Hey Leos, welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are going to do your general reading for the month of May. This is good for all placements, so we're going to get started and see what your overarching energies are for the month. At the bottom of the deck, you have your first chakra, which is your root chakra. Indecision, woman holding a heart, appreciation. I feel as if you've been knocked off kilter with something. And you need to get back to being who you are and really getting back into that root chakra. So let's see. Let's get some energy cards. Let's see. For the sign of Leo, please, Spirit. Thank you. For the sign of Leo, please, Spirit. What else is going on? Thank you. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, you have your seventh chakra as well that is coming out. The garden and the gate. And I feel like this storm warning is also important as we're looking at this. So there's definitely a decision that is coming into play, but it's interesting. So you've got, let's see what else is here. Yeah, here's the sixth chakra and the goddess of the moon. This is the same energy that's here. This is your intuition. This is your third eye. So the moon energy is always about your intuition as far as what is and what is or how you are interpreting the messages that you're receiving from spirit. So you got your seventh chakra and your sixth chakra with the goddess of the moon. So this is all this month really focusing on the messages. So the seventh chakra talks about your download, the messages that you're receiving from spirit, and the sixth chakra talks about how you're interpreting those messages with your intuition. You also receive the third chakra. So this is your solar plexus, and this is your gut that is talking to you as well. That's there. So I really feel as if you are getting some very, 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 especially with that root chakra originally being on the bottom of the deck, you really have a lot of, I almost feel as if you're getting some major downloads this month, Leos, and there's something pivotal that is taking place because you had that indecision also on the bottom, and you've got this storm warning. So I really feel like your gut and your intuition is going to need to be on par. I mean, it is going to need to be dead accurate this month. And I feel as if spirit is sending these messages to you, because with the garden and the gate, it's all about a choice. It's all about with that indecision. But I feel like you have, it's two very, very positive type of choices that you're being presented with. But you need to make sure that you are really paying attention. You're keeping those chakras open for the messages that are coming through, because this storm warning is just edging on the side of caution. So make sure that you are really, this is what is really going to hold that stability for you, is where I feel this choice that is coming in. Feels almost if you, with these two choices, like they're both going to be good, but one is going to offer more stability than the other. And just be cautious that as you are looking at making these decisions that coming up in May, that you are making them for you. Not necessarily the right reasons or wrong reasons or anything, but I really feel as if you're being posed with a choice to where it is going to be a decision that is best for you. Maybe not necessarily what your parents may think is the best choice, or your best friend may think, or a spouse may think is the best choice for you. It's you need to make sure that you are making the choice that is best for you, that is going to hold that stability for you. So let's see what is going on in your challenges and influences. Power, courage, change. This month, this is more confirmational that spirit is telling you you need to make sure that the choice that you're making is best for you. Don't let other people have that power or that influence over the decision that you are making if you don't feel it's right for you, even down from your root chakra to your crown chakra. It's got to be what's best for you. Okay? And you may have to exert, have some of that courage to be able to stand up to some of them and say, no, that is not what I believe is best for myself. All right, so let's see what else is going on in your challenges and your influences realm for the month of May, Leos. All right, what is going on for Leos? Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else for Leos? Thank you. The bottom of the deck, you have strength, moonlight, enchantment, magic. This definitely goes back to your intuition. You need to make sure that you are truly listening to what your intuition and your gut is telling you for that, because if you're not paying attention to it, you're going to end up making a decision, may not be necessarily for the right reasons. So I see a lot of them with the moon energy, and the full moon in May is going to happen around May 23rd. So I really feel that a lot of this pivotal choice, this pivotal moments, it will probably happen sometime around that time, either before. Remember, a full moon technically is 3 full days, because you have the day before, the day of, and the day after. Just the same as when we came out of retrograde, when Mercury went direct, it's the day before, the day it goes direct, and the day after before you start seeing it moving forward. Okay, so I feel as if you're going to really have to find an inner strength that is going on, as you have love, success, trust, joy, happiness. I feel as if you're being pulled on this decision between what you really want that is going to bring you this happiness and this joy. This love, it's this choice is going to be something that is going to be very magical, and you're going to have to really start making sure that you are trusting that the message you're receiving in from spirit and what your gut is telling you is what you really want. It's not what others think is best for you. It's what you want and how you want to move forward. And once you make that decision and you stand your ground, if that is what you have to do this month to let everybody know this is what it is, they will support you. They will get behind you. Okay? But you need to make sure that the decision you're making is for you. So let's see what it was going on in your most recent past. Creativity. See, this is this compromise. This is where I feel in your most recent past that you have always compromised based off of what you could live with, that could be tolerable, that could be somewhat happy, that could be somewhat. You always have seen, I always feel like you've always come to a point where you've always compromised everything and not necessarily put 100% wholeheartedly into this is what I want to do. It's always been a compromise. It's always been give and take, which I'm not saying is wrong. Because in any healthy relationship, there's always give and take and there's always compromise. But for some reason, on this particular decision that you are going to be posed with, it has to be what you truly want. And I'll be surprised if we don't see some communication clarifiers or cards that are coming up, but we'll see. So let's see what else is going on in your most recent past that is related to this reading. Okay. All right, most recent past for Leos, please. Thank you. Most recent past for Leos, please. Thank you. Most recent past, thank you. Anything else? No. So the bottom of the deck, you have solitude, pleasure, discipline. I feel like you've had to give some of it up. I feel like that you've compromised yourself, or you've come to the middle of the ground on decisions similar to this before, and you've always gotten somewhat, it's been contentment that you have been faced with. Not really passion, not really as in like your muses, your creativity, like this is what you really want to do, or this is who you really want to be with. It's always been, this is the best for the greater good. This is what's best for everybody else. Survival, gifts, epiphany. And this is where I feel you have had this, always had to compromise. You've always had to look at what was best for everybody else and what you would be able to live with. Whereas I feel this decision coming in for you, this has to be what you want, Leo. Okay. And I think you've put your place in, this is for the greater, this is for the greater good, this is for the greater group, this is for this, and that's what's kept you motivated in the past. But I feel as if here in your most recent past, you have had some type of tower moment. This epiphany tells me it was like a tower moment. Something has happened that has, whether it was something, a dream, an idea, a creativity, something that you had a passion in the past, could be a year ago, could be 10 years ago, however long it was, it's almost as if you put it on hold. And now you have the opportunity to where you're like, I don't have to put it on hold for everybody else right now. I can do what I want. And you need to be able to make sure that you're making the decision for you. So let's get a couple of clarifiers from Spirit as far as the most recent past. Just 2 or 3 clarifiers, please, Spirit. 2 or 3. Thank you. 2 or 3 clarifiers. A couple more clarifiers for the most recent past, please. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Okay. All right. All right. First card, or card to my left. This is the King of Swords. This is all about making that decision. There is no room for emotion there. With the King of Swords, it's very matter-of-factly on this decision. Like, this is the decision, and that's the end of the discussion. And I feel that with your most recent past, that is just what always had to happen. It was, this is the decision. This is what we had to do as we were moving forward. Because the Knight of Wands coming in is really just coming in and almost like charging ahead. It's not as definitive as the Swords, but it's very, I'm going to move forward anyway. I appreciate everybody's decisions, but now is the time for me. So you've got the Page of Pentacles, and then you've got the Page of Swords. Did I not just say, swords? It's not the Knight of Swords, but it's the Page of Swords and the Page of Coins. And this is where you've really come in, the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. This is, in your most recent past, this epiphany, I really feel, is a tower moment for you. that has happened recently. And like I said, recently could have happened yesterday, it could have happened a week ago, it could have happened a month ago, whenever it is, but it's been something that's been on your mind for quite some time. And now it has definitely gotten the creative juices going. It has gotten the, that epiphany, these ideas, these creative components, with these gifts that are coming in. You've been really sitting back almost in this area of in your own mind, really thinking about, how am I going to move forward with this, make this decision, and yet still have my family and the people I care about supporting me. That's what I feel is for your most recent past that's coming into your present. So let's see what is in your present. Okay, so happiness, optimism, celebration. I feel that once you make this decision, you are going to be truly surprised at how supportive your family and friends really are of what is going on. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be a shock to them. I really don't. I feel that you are actually going to come forward and you're going to state your ground, or you're going to come forward with this decision, and people are almost going to look and say, well, it's about time. Like, we kind of knew this was going on for a while, and they're going to be very supportive of the decision that you make. It's it's just for you, I feel it's finding the right time and moment to be able to do that. So let's see. Current messages for Leos, please, Spirit. Current messages. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? I feel like I have a flipper in here, but we'll see. Nope. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, ease and gladness. You are going to feel better. I think to a point you're almost in, perceptiveness and vision. I feel is almost as if you're in your head. You're in your own head on this one, to where I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, the 8 or 9 of swords that came out, because, or this mental conflict, even the 2 of swords coming out. This is what I'm feeling, is this energy is that I think you're making, when you talk to your family and friends about the decision you're going to make, I think you've made it out maybe to be a little bit of a bigger deal than what it is. And you're going to be very surprised at how supportive that they are going to be over everything. Because with this wolfsbane coming out, this is about transformation. So I mean, this is more about this is almost like death card energy of really coming out, and you're making this transformation of going from an ending to a new beginning. And I really feel that this is where you're going to start feeling this inner beauty. Again, you're seeing more moon energy. A lot of these cards that I'm seeing that are coming out, like wolfsbane, blooms under the moonlight. It does not bloom during the sunlight. So a lot of this moon energy, a lot of this intuition is really coming out. So boundaries and expectations, stagnant. This is what I feel, you've got this stagnation. And this is what's interesting, is because when I was doing pre-shuffle, I remember seeing the Butterbeans card, and it's talking about timing. And, now is the right time to be making these, this decision as you're moving forward. Don't, you've got the energy, you've got the momentum, it's time to move forward. And, I think with the boundaries and, the expectations, I think you have lived under somebody else's expectations and those pieces for so long that you almost don't know how to move forward without having some kind of boundaries or something set. But I think you're going to figure out how to do it very quickly. So let's go ahead and let's see let's get a couple of clarifiers for Leo for the current messages. Thank you. Got a flipper here. Any other clarifiers for Leo? First card to my left, this is the Seven of Swords. This is hidden deceit. So, I talked about not being surprised if we didn't see the 8 or 9 of swords that were, that were coming out. But the Seven of Swords really, is coming about. And I think this is that storm warning. I think that once you come and you start making the decision, you start vocalizing your opinion, you might be surprised at the people that are very supportive of it, and you're going to be a little bit surprised at the people that might be a little resistant to it, because you've also got the sun. This is a major arcana, Leos. Okay, this is very, very strong energy. Okay, this is telling you once you make that step and you start vocalizing your opinions, you are going to step into the sun. So you're going definitely from both moon energy to sun energy. You have very, very strong and positive energies that are coming out, because you've also got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and I think this may even be a situation to where you're looking at and you're saying, maybe to do what I want, or to go back and relive my passions, I need to go back to school. I need to go back, and I really need to and learn something, whether it's a trade school, whether it's going back and getting your PhD, whether it's some type of trade or other type of arts. You want to actually re-engulf, and you want to go into that. And I feel that you've already done some of this, this exploring of some of this energy, of some of this, like what you were going to have to do in order to move forward. And I really feel that with this energy that's coming in, that number one, you're gonna be surprised at the people that are resistant, that are a little maybe not as supportive, but you're gonna be more surprised at the people that are very strong and advocate for you on your behalf as you're moving forward. Because when you're coming into the sun, you're coming out of the shadows. You're coming in and you're saying, this is who I am. This is what I want to do as you're moving forward. All right, so let's see what are your incoming messages there, Leos, for that. You've got love, go with the flow, fear, pray. I feel that you are fearful that even coming and telling you people that you care about your decision to whatever, go back to school, have a career change, whatever it happens to be, that you're afraid that you're going to have to compromise again. And you don't want to, because you are so intent, you are so passionate about what you want to do. It's the right time, it's the right place, it's the right everything. And I think you're afraid that even after all of this, you are still going to have to compromise in some way. And maybe you will, but it won't be to the degree that what you have had to do in the past, because we all have responsibilities at some level. Maybe we're raising kids, maybe we have parents that are aging and we still have to take care of them. It's not saying that you aren't going to have to, but the compromise is going to be on your terms if you have to make it. It's not going to be on anybody else's. And then you'll be okay with it. So let's see what's coming in. Thank you. What are your incoming messages? Thank you. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, you have direction. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? All right. And you've got divine timing that is also coming in. Along with the Patience card, you've waited a long time for this, and the right time in the right place is when it is going to come in. But the Wheel of Fortune is moving. It is moving, and it's going to move very quickly, because expect the unexpected. And then you've got this underlying fear, underlying emotion of failure, that you are going to make this stand, that you are going to tell everybody this is what you want to do and move forward, but you still have this lingering piece in the back of your mind that it's going to be a failure, and you are afraid people are going to do that I told you so. Okay? Excuse me. And what I'm telling you is Spirit is saying, you don't need to worry about it. you don't need to worry about it. You need to expect the unexpected. Instead of thinking that people are going to knock you back or become naysayers, you need to actually step forward and say, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing what my heart is telling me is the right thing to do, and where my passions really lie, and what I want to do is I want to move forward. So let's get a couple of clarifiers for your incoming. Thank you. Incoming messages from Spirit. Thank you. Anything else for Leos for your incoming? Anything else? Okay. Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the Seven of Cups really, if you look at the card, the Seven of Cups really talks about that there are a lot of choices that are going to be in front of you. And some of them may be a lot more bountiful or more full than others. So you're going to be presented with choices as you're moving forward. But the Eight of Wands is all about things moving forward. And the fact that you got it with the direction, once you move and you make this, things are going to move fast. You're going to be very surprised at how fast the pieces are going to start falling into place. Let's just say, you want to, for example, you want to go back to school. You're going to be surprised at the scholarships, the grants, the financial aid. Everything is going to move so quickly. The next thing you know, you're going to be living your dream, and it's going to be surprising to you at how supportive everybody really is. But I really feel a lot of this is going to be, the turnkey is really going to be around the full moon in May. Is somewhere around in that area is when, because remember, full moons are about closure, and it's going to be a full moon in Sagittarius. So think about also where you were at and what you were doing when the full moon in Sagittarius came into play in December. Did these thoughts of doing this shift or making this decision, did they start manifesting for you in December for you as you have been working towards this? But, new moons are about beginnings, full moons are about closures and ending of cycles. But at the same time, that means something else is starting. So it's very possible that all of this has been manifesting over these last, say, 6 months, 5-6 months, and now is the time for you to move forward. So for those of you that this is resonating as far as a money, career, or finance situation, we are going to get a clarifier from Spirit. One card, please. One clarifier for Leos. Thank you. So the card that they gave you out of this is adaptability. Okay? And understand, adaptability is not the same as compromise. Okay, some people will say that they are adjectives of one another, but compromise is really deciding I'm giving this for that. That's compromise. Whereas adaptability means you're not giving up what you want, but you are making adjustments to how you are going to get there. So just be aware that if this is resonating as far as a career, money, finance type of situation, job, second career, whatever it is, there may be some adaptability or some flexibility that may need to be taken on your part, but that doesn't mean that you're compromising anything. Okay, you just may have to take a slightly different route to get there. All right, so for those of you that this is resonating as far as a love, romance, or other type of relationship, we're going to get one clarifier from Spirit for that as far as how this reading may resonate for you with that situation. Thank you. And Spirit gave you two. Compassion and freedom. So with this, if it resonates as far as a love or romantic or other type of relationship with you, it's very important that as this may resonate, that this is talking about understanding, understanding of the other person or persons that are involved in the situation, their feelings, their thoughts as you are moving forward. But at the end of the day, you are going to have an inner sense of freedom as you are continuing to move forward into that relationship. So let's get one final message card from Spirit for this reading that will tie this whole thing together. Okay. Final message for Leos. Thank you. Very fitting. They gave you transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. And what did I say? Transformation is the death card. Okay, you also received this as as it came out as far as the wolfsbane was concerned, because it's really transformation, and it's really coming into your true self as you are navigating through this month. So very powerful reading for you this month, Leos. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if any part of this message resonates with you, feel free to leave any comments in the sections below. I hope it helped. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out, and we will see you back here next time, Leos. Take care.